What is going on, everybody? Depraved Slasher here. We are back with a reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are
HellaDepraved.
So it appears that more evidence has been released in the ongoing saga of what the fuck is happening.
Although
in this story
means nothing.
So
right.
This is technically a bridge between the Silver Scream 1 and 2. Now, we did not react to all of the Silver Scream 1, but we did watch all the videos.
Oh, and we've listened to it over and over and over.
Right. As a matter of fact, this is named after the Scream song that came out, Your Number's Up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I'm pretty sure this is probably going to be Scream-inspired, video-wise.
Okay. All right.
But it'll be interesting to see where that bridge for the story goes. I guess one of the things that makes me excited about this is I thought we were getting another video a few months ago.
Yeah, I know.
Like, they had said something like, at one point somebody said it was going to be the shower scene. And then I had heard rumors that it was going to be Ex Mortis.
Right. And it never happened.
And they even posted on his thing that was like tomorrow.
And then it just never.
The next video comes, and then it never came.
Right.
So.
We want to see what they've been up to.
Right. And of course, we love Ice Nine Kills. And I feel like this is a great time to let you guys know that at the end of the video, we are going to announce something involving Ice Nine Kills.
Right.
Not literally. Like, they're not going to be
Which
here
is sad.
or no crazy shit like that.
That would be awesome.
Amazing, though.
That would be some crazy shit.
Right.
Amazing.
But
crazy.
We will talk about that at the end of the video, because I'm sure there are some people that have probably already skipped past our...
Yeah.
So, with that being said, we're going to react to this if you guys have already seen it. If not, click the link in the description below, hop on over to other things, coming back and check, because we're a commentary, reaction, breakdown comedy channel. And what that means is we will pause for whatever we want to pause for. And we're probably going to pause for things like, don't go in that room! Why are you running upstairs? You know, normal horror movie things.
Right. The frustrating things.
Right.
That are kind of funny. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's time to slash down, break it down. This is Ice Nine Kills with Your Number's Up. Cinematic conclusion of the Silver Scream 1.
Although, I'm sorry, we react completely differently. Oh, there goes that fucking moron.
Yeah.
I mean...
I see you've made your first fatal mistake, sir.
Right?
All right, let's see.
Well.
Lapid.
What was it that was going on in your life?
They're really using the dimensions.
What?
That's the dimensions, I think is what the company's called. Intro. Movie intro, where it pops up like that.
No.
Is it dimensions? It's
I have
like
no
that.
idea. Okay.
What was it that was going on in your life that made you seek out therapy in the first place?
That's him talking to the therapist.
Nothing much.
NK Games. Tailing his involvement in the...
Did you hear that?
NK Games. Tailing his involvement in the...
Wait, go back.
Wait, go back.
So, they said NK Games, which I think is who made the Merry Xmas video game they came out with when the song came out. And I'm pretty sure that was Assault and Batteries that was played in between when they were flipping.
The commercial music?
Yeah.
NK Games. Tailing his involvement in the...
Wait, go back.
Do you like scary
medical
movies?
community. Local police were first led to the home after the miraculous escape by metal band Ice Nine Kills frontman Spencer Charnas.
Do you know how lucky you are?
Amazingly sustained only minor
Being so close to
in
death,
his
it
house of horror.
really puts things in
Spencer's
perspective
recovering at a nearby
of what's
hospital.
important.
And all of us here at the
I'm feeling
Well, when you get out
American
here,
Werewolf in
I'm
London.
taking you to dinner in a scary movie.
More on the story as it develops. Reporting live, I'm Roy Merkin. Back to you.
If you need anything, you know who to ring.
It's the kiss of death.
I'm counting on beauty.
When Santa Rosa police received a tape that appears to be a recording of a phone call Sarah was having on the night of her death, the man killed her.
Uh-oh.
Following material was extremely graphic and disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Uh-oh. He's like, shit, there's evidence. Gosh.
I fucking love what these guys do.
They're so detail-oriented while keeping to their own story, but adding in all of the horror movie stuff.
And even when listening to their songs, and we've said this before, the passion that is put into it and making sure that it fits the tone of
There's
the
only
movies. They always literally
few?
bring over something from the movies and put them into the songs,
Right.
whether it's a musical component,
Yeah, I was going to say melodies,
or
instrumentals,
quotes from the
clips,
movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's one of the reasons
I
we love
feel
it.
like there's only a couple songs that I felt were not quite the tone of the movie. The rest of them, which is 30 songs, they're spot on.
Right.
And it just shows how much they love horror movies and how much time they put into creating stuff that paralleled, you know. But I also like that he's having this little romance with the nurse because it's very American Werewolf in London. Including the whole, if you need anything,
Right.
you know, because a 2-day, I guess it was a couple months, a month, whatever, romance with a nurse, whatever. It's not gonna happen. It's about as likely as the werewolf. I'm just saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You're more likely to run across the angel of death.
It's very frowned upon in the medical community.
Viewer discretion.
It's also frowned upon in the papacy. Just saying.
Salem Memorial Hospital, Casey speaking. Salem Memorial.
It's your turn.
Salem, eh?
Hi, Mom.
Oh, her name's Casey.
I am, but I only have 2 more weeks, and then I'll be back to days. Mom, this is probably the safest place I could be right now.
Ah! Famous last words.
I'll be at Grandma's 7 p.m. sharp. But in the meantime, get some rest, okay? I love you too. Good night.
That sounded like a microwave at first.
It's got that very campy feel to it, and I love it.
I have a feeling he's like almost in an insane asylum versus a hospital. Because why is she the only person on staff?
Someone there?
Okay, so wasn't Casey the name of Drew Barrymore's character in the first Scream?
I don't know.
I feel like it was at least the name of one of. And the pulling the guts out was when her parents came home. Wasn't she suspended from the tree with her guts out?
Casey Becker.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Hey, you know your stuff. I'm glad you do, because I don't like Scream.
I really appreciate the first one.
I liked the first one, but not enough
Yeah.
to watch it more than twice.
Yeah, I've watched it multiple times.
We watched the new one, too. I now wish Spencer would have made it,
Right.
because this is really cool.
This is actually really good. But yeah, so using that name, and then by the time her parents showed up, like 5 minutes later, of course, I believe her insides were outside. So, yeah. Why do they always leave the knife, though?
I don't know.
Look, if you've got a good utensil, keep it. Oh, it's spa day. Oh. He has a collection of heads. That's lovely. The horn.
Sorry.
That's from It Is the End, right?
Ooh. That's awesome. Are we already done?
What?
Any jump scares?
Okay, Spencer. I'm gonna need a feature length. Please.
Oh, no jump scares. That's sad.
I need a feature length.
Well, there's good news. He's gonna be in a horror movie.
Okay. But he's not creating it.
He's
gonna be
in it.
That's fantastic news, but like
When does that movie even come
I
out?
kinda
Is
need
it out yet?
a full-length movie just based off of obviously the Silver Scream and Silver Scream 2. But that was great. Still leaves me with more questions. And it kind of feels like there's what is it? There's a movie playing on Shudder right now that is this guy that goes on a murder spree using different horror characters' faces. So, I think like one of them, he does the makeup of like the Phantom from Phantom of the Opera, and so on and so forth. And his collection of masks, which would be cooler if it was a collection of heads, is very reminiscent of that.
I actually think this is okay. I think The Retaliators was the one we were thinking of. What's the name of the lead singer of Ava Under Fire?
Amanda something?
Is it Amanda?
I'm pretty sure it's the Retaliators.
Because I know Ava Under Fire was supposed to be in it. Spencer's in it. But it also has Jacoby Shaddix.
Yeah.
Jacoby. It's got the dude that played Jason in the remake, Joseph Gatt.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the right one. But do you know which movie I'm talking about on Shudder?
It came out last year, so we're going to have to find it.
Okay. Do you know the movie on Shudder I'm talking about?
What movie? I was in research mode.
The movie that the killer uses the faces of different horror icons. Like, I think he paints his face as the Phantom from Phantom of the Opera for one, and...
I don't. Off the top of my head.
Yeah, okay, well, for anybody who's wondering, it's playing on Shudder right now. And this is very reminiscent of that with his collection of
Horror
masks. Yeah. So,
I liked it.
what's your take on the transition? Being from 1 to 2.
Well, here's the thing. We know it's Spencer
Well, yeah,
because of how It Is the End ended.
right. Where he basically killed them all.
Right. He finishes it off by killing his
Shrink.
shrink.
But he's also got, like, the shrink secretary and stuff in there.
Right. Do I think this was... okay. Do I believe this was necessary? Yes. Because video-wise, you really can't tell that it's a continuing story from the first movies.
Okay.
Because it just kind of picks up with... what was the
Hip
first
to Be.
single? Hip to Be Scared?
Yeah, isn't it? Which kind of makes sense
And-
because that one's all about, like, the,
Believing you're going crazy.
Well, brand names and this, that, and the other are as good as a mask.
Right. But then, like, the end of it was the first time we seen
Bill Moseley.
Bill Moseley and others, the dead meat
Looking
guy.
into him.
But they're trying to figure out
All of these.
the evidence that they might actually have for him being a killer. But it almost, in a way, felt like a different story that was going on.
Right. No, I'll agree with that. So, okay.
So I do feel like this is necessary.
So, as the only
I just wish it was
survivor-
like 15 times longer.
Yeah, so as the only survivor of something,
Right.
and then somehow connected with, obviously, his fiance's death, so on and so forth, they're looking into him. Okay. Yeah, I could have used feature length even for this. Just saying. But yeah.
All right. So it gets thumbs up from me.
I'm not putting my thumbs up. It gets 5 skulls.
It gets 5 skulls.
Because I'm cooler.
So Hellcat and I are big fans of horror. And I know somebody out there has now just said, but you don't like Scream.
You're talking to him.
And you're right.
I'm not big on the franchise, though. I will admit that.
Right. I don't find Ghostface imposing at all. And I feel like if you're a slasher, you kind of have to be imposing for me to think that you're dangerous. Like, if somebody came at me in a dumb mask, I'd kick him in the fucking face.
Yeah, okay, but I do think in the first Scream, he is, because the two of them are just fucking crazy.
And
crazy is scary.
my only other complaint, that's not my only one of my other big complaints with Scream is from movie to movie, it's different people.
Well, and that's where it gets mucky for me.
And-
That's why I said I'm not a big fan of the franchise.
And as a slasher, I feel like continuity is important.
Right.
And, like, Freddy has always been Freddy.
Right.
Friday the 13th gets a slight pass because it was Mom and then Jason.
Right. Resurrected.
For the entire... And then they did this weird shit where,
Right.
like, regular people became Jason because they were eating... Or some shit. Anyways...
It was the evil.
But it was Jason. Right. And then... Michael is Michael, except for the one movie that I still think is the best in the series that's not a remake.
Right, but it had nothing to do
But
with
had nothing
Michael
to do with Michael.
whatsoever.
But even still...
And it technically wasn't a slasher movie.
Is Michael.
Yeah.
Right.
But, okay, having said that.
So having said that, we've digressed really far away. I am not going to sit here and...
defend your principles on
what some people will
slashers.
love.
Yeah.
But we do love horror. And we're starting a horror channel, which we've kind of already started. We reviewed Halloween and
The
put
new
that
one,
up.
Yeah.
Or Halloween Kills.
Correct.
But that was a while ago, and we told people to just hang on. We're working on stuff, and we're trying to figure stuff out. So the first thing that we're actually going to do on the channel, aside from that review, is we're going to merge our music and horror channels together
Somewhat.
for like 6 videos.
Right.
And this channel I am actually going to put some production into in terms of editing and things like that. It ain't going to be crazy because I'm not like a master editor and don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But I will try to do what I can. And we're basically going to be ranking the 30 released songs from Ice Nine Kills that are based off of horror works.
Right.
And that is both literary and movie-wise.
Right.
So it'll basically be covering songs off of the last 3 albums. There's,
Like
I think...
4 or 5 songs off of the album before Silver Scream 1.
I think it was like 4 songs off of that, and then like every song from the other 2
Silver
albums.
Scream and Silver Scream 2, Welcome to Horror.
Minus the Welcome to Horror intro, because it's not technically based off of a movie.
It's a damn good
otherwise,
intro, but yeah.
It would be top 3.
Right.
I'm just telling you that right
Right.
now. I love that song. It gets stuck in my head all the time.
Yeah.
I walk around the house singing it.
It's
randomly.
catchy as fuck. But honestly, yeah, it's Farewell to Flesh or...
Don't be giving away things.
I'm not. I'm saying, like, those are the ones that get stuck in my head.
Oh.
The one based on Hellraiser. Those are the 2 that I am constantly...
Right. We will discuss how we come up with our top 30, because obviously her and I have different lists.
Yeah.
But we will discuss that at the beginning of the first video.
Yeah.
But we're basically be covering 5 songs per video. So that'd be 6 videos of 5 songs apiece.
Right.
And then at the end of the very last video, or we may decide to do it in between each video, we're both going to give one song. Well, it'll be a total of 5 songs we would love to see
Oh, okay. Yeah.
covered by Ice Nine.
Or songs that we would like them to produce based off of
right.
either books or movies, or I guess any horror games, because they did Resident Evil, technically speaking.
Right.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. Our channel name is actually called HellaDepraved Horror.
Right.
So it's basically what you see below space horror. We weren't too original on that.
HD horror.
It was, yeah, we were calling it HD horror, but I changed it to HellaDepraved Horror because while we thought it was fun to do the HD horror thing and it was a nice
Other
little
people
twist
did
on
too.
things, there are a shit ton of HD horror channels.
But the reason editing is going to be involved in it is because it's not technically speaking a reaction channel.
Right.
It's not first time reactions, at least, and so while we don't do editing on this channel, because honestly it lets you guys know that we haven't touched it and it is our true reaction, no matter how much we digress or fuck it up. That channel, you know, it's not this. Thought
But
will be put into it.
A lot of the things we're going to be doing on that channel, just as a quick run through, we've already talked about ideas of a remake versus original, where we take a remake of a movie and the original, and we give pros and cons about them, and at the end decide which one we feel
Our
is
opinions,
actually
yeah.
better. Tier lists, book reviews, video game videos,
Right. We'll be filming in a different setup.
actual reviews.
You know, you'll get to see some of our living space, of my library, so on and so forth. So
Basically a lot of content to make everyone mad and everyone happy all at the same time because, you know, people are weird.
correct. And, you know, Persephone, she'll make appearances whenever the fuck she wants, because she's a cat.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the announcement we were wanting to give you guys at the end of
Right.
this one. So, with that being said, if you guys liked the video, slash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, comment down below what did you think of Ice 9 Kills with your numbers up cinematic conclusion to the Silver Screen 1. Also comment down below if there's...
What's that?
I've done that.
Yeah, what was that?
Also comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reacted to. Check the description below for all things.
The short buttons, come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response.
With that being said, we love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Cannot wait to see you depraved people later.
You sounded like you reverted to puberty.
I did.
Yeah.
My balls dropped.